We're supposed to be at our desks when the bell rings. Does this count? Yeah, I try to stay away from my desk because they keep trying to get me to do management work. I did not bust my butt getting an engineering degree to be a manager. I am an engineer. I'm not a girly girl. I don't do makeup. I don't wear lipstick. I keep my hair short. Well, I do use a curling iron just for a little wave. But one day these hands are going to have nail art fit for a museum, you mark my words. But for now, I'm in this co-op program, getting work experience and college credit towards my degree. It is not easy, but I'm not afraid of a challenge. Boredom is my biggest fear. I gotta stay busy. I gotta keep solving problems, stay curious. I always wanna know how things work. Okay, George, I'll be there in a minute. I get to go on a field trip today. Like I said, I try to stay away from my desk, and anytime I can go look at the submarines or the nuclear-powered carriers, I am on it. I work for Newport News Shipbuilding. It's the largest employer here in Virginia. My options were NASA or the shipyard. Between you and me, I should have gone with NASA, but shipyard pays better. And I'm a single woman. Now, I didn't used to be. I got married right out of high school. Can you believe that? My sweetheart was in the Air Force. That's how we made it out here to Virginia, because I'm originally from up north. I was born in New York. I graduated high school a year early. And as soon as I turned 18, I was married. Once my husband got out of the Air Force, it was my turn. I enrolled in college. We had it all planned out. I was gonna work and he was gonna stay home and take care of the kids. How's that for forward thinking, huh? Oh, he really wanted kids. But I really wanted to be an engineer. You know, when I started the engineering program, it was only 5% women. And the program is hard. Oh, you gotta really want it. I really want it. I couldn't deal with kids while I was in school. So my plan was to get pregnant senior year, because the first and third years are the weeder years, the really tough ones where they see if you can stick it out. We had a plan. Unfortunately, he couldn't stick with it because he couldn't wait for me. We got divorced my junior year. Turns out kids aren't in the cards for me. But as soon as I got divorced, all these guys started hitting on me. Well, why engineering? You ask. Well, I wanted something that would challenge me. I also wanted to prove to my father I could do it, because he was an engineer himself, electrical engineer, and all he'd do is work and drink. He'd work all day, and then he'd come home and he'd sit on the couch and he'd drink gin on ice and fall asleep, and he'd pick a fight with you if you let him. He left my mom a huge inheritance, though. Probably so we'd think more favorably of him, but George, I am coming. Keep your pants on. I gotta go. George is taking me to see a submarine under construction. Ooh, I love watching all the various trades at work, but it is a jungle. You gotta really watch your step, because there are holes and tools and hydraulic lines and parts scattered everywhere, and I love it. Like I said, I always want to know how things work. I love that sound. After a while, I realized I hate engineering. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love math and I love solving problems, but I'm a people person, and with engineering, the job it's just you and your pencil. But with teaching, you get to reach more people. I have my own classroom, 5 classes. You know what that means? 5 shows a week. My classroom, my rules. I got hired on because I can teach calculus, so I've got the top students in the school. But I also teach lower level math, and so I've got all the kids who are just this close to dropping out. But every student who comes into my class is going to learn some life lessons along the way. You know, like how to work together, how to get along, even if you don't like each other. And that comes up a lot in my class because, you know, Tony doesn't want to work with Tommy because of, you know, this or that. And I teach them how to get along. And it's a lesson that'll serve them well when they go out and they find a job, because you can't quit your job every time you don't like your boss. Also, one second. What are you boys and girls doing? Really, we're doing that today. We're throwing all the chairs on the floor. All right, well, as long as you know that you're going to be the ones to put it back the way you found it. Are we clear? Thank you. They're just being how they are. They're trying to get a rise out of me, and it's not going to work. Where was I? Oh, yeah. You gotta stay positive. You gotta look at the glass half full. My hand fell asleep a little while back. I told the neurologist something's wrong, but they didn't take it seriously. And that's one thing about me. I do not take no for an answer. And so I told them I'm not going to hear no more about me being fine. I know something's not right. And sure enough, they did a CAT scan and an MRI and a spinal tap. And sure enough, I've got MS. But I'm gonna not be one of those people that dwells on their illness. I'm gonna do the best I can for as long as I can. And one day, after MS has claimed the use of both of my hands, I'll have great nails. Mark my word.